In Genesis 2:18, it says it's not good for a man to be alone. That is the early scenes in Genesis before God created Eve. The difference in how you read Genesis 2:18, it depends on whether you're looking through a dirty lens or a clean lens, a dirty window or a clean window. If you are interpreting Adam's situation through the lens of your depravity, it would be easy to conclude that Adam lacked and longed for more than what he had. In this devotion, I want to share a different perspective about Genesis 2:18. This is marriage devotion number 13. The title of it is The Main Reason You Need Someone. The text I've been referring to, Genesis 2:18, says, "The Lord created," or "Then the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him." Now, if you are interpreting Adam's situation through the lens of contentment, then your understanding of why the Lord said it was not good for him to be alone, it will be different. Because again, you're looking through the lens of contentment, not the lens of need and depravity. The tendency is to look at Genesis 2:18 from our experience of loneliness, our desire, our needs, the things that we want, and it can tempt you to upload the text with a sin-centered, dirty window perspective. You look back at the text while mapping your experience over it rather than reading and letting the text speak for itself. You see, there was no sin in Adam. The things that Adam thought, the things that Adam felt were remarkably different from how you and I experience life. It had not occurred to Adam that there was a problem with not having a wife, since there was no such thing created at the time. The cliche, "you can't know what you can't know," has an important application here. It reminds me of the newly hatched duck that sees the dog before seeing anything else. What does the duck do? It follows the dog. The dog becomes the duck's parent. A duck does not know what you know, so it follows the dog. Well, Adam was living large. He was benefiting from all the Lord created. To speculate that Adam longed for something that did not exist would be pushing the text too far. Adam was like the hatched duckling. Life was good. But the Lord was in creative mode. He had more plans that Adam was not aware of. He knew what needed to happen, and Adam was not part of the decision-making committee. His role was to be happy, to be the happy recipient of whatever the Lord decided to bring his way. What Adam lacked was not someone to fill his empty love cup, but someone who would permit him to put God fully on display in the Lord's world. Adam was like the world's greatest baseball player with no place to play. He was suited up, he was equipped, but he had no place to do the one thing that God designed him to do: image the divine community. Adam did not need love, but Adam needed someone to be the recipient of his love. Love is active, moving from the giver to the recipient. When Jesus talked about relationships, he did not talk about what we needed, but what we needed to do. For example, when he spoke of how to live out the Bible well, he said to love him and to love others most of all. Love's primary direction is always toward others, not toward ourselves. When Paul talked about man's relationship with his wife, he said that he should give his life for her. When Paul gave his version of the two great commandments in Philippians 2, he stated that we should count others as more significant than ourselves. In a God-centered world, your thoughts are always directed to God and others more than yourself, which is critical insight when thinking about Adam's world. He did not need Eve as though there was something wrong with him. He needed Eve so that he could more effectively image the community that created him. Eve did not need Adam. Eve did not need Adam's love because there was nothing wrong with her. She needed Adam so she could have the opportunity to put the Trinity on display. This is Marriage Devotion Day 13. The title of it is The Main Reason You Need Someone. Here is a reflection question for you. What is the main reason you want your spouse to meet your desires or to spread the fame of God by loving your spouse well? This is a critical question that can really send your marriage in one of two different directions. Here's a practical suggestion. What do you need to change about yourself to position your marriage to be more effectively to where it can spread the fame of God? Whatever that thing is, then I appeal to you to start implementing an action plan today. This is Marriage Devotion number 13, the main reason you need someone. Thank you so much for watching the video.